quickly say this. When Lot and his wife left, Sodom and Gomorrah, and they were going on the way, it got to a point, Lot was no longer hearing his wife's voice. Maybe as they were going, they were talking before, darling, we thank God, we don't run come out Sodom. God has delivered us. It got to a point when Lot would say darling, or whatever I was calling him, or honey, he was not hearing the wife's reply. He didn't turn back to say, what has become of my wife? Because he had a command from God that do not look back. And explain this issue of hating, preferring God, to other persons. So, in preference, God chose Jacob. And I want to align myself with life. And so he knows that look life. And so he knows that look of these two children, this is the one that will fit my plan more. And to further buttress that, if God hated this, he will not have it. If we look at verses 14 to 24 of Romans 9, God declared his sovereignty. He declared his sovereignty that in his prerogative, he's sovereign. He decides what he will do. And like somebody said earlier, we cannot query, his decision. And then very quickly, Romans chapter 10, which we may divide into two. I'm trying to summarize what has been said earlier. The first part, verses 1 to 11, deals with the righteousness of the law, Romans 10. And then verses 12 to 21, talks about the righteousness of faith. And Paul tried to make them understand that, look, there's a great difference between the righteousness of the law, which unbelieving Jews were wedded to,